drop, but I'm just going to give you my own recap of everything. When I say ability to create, it starts with the definition in my head of an entrepreneur is somebody who truly can do all of these things. And doesn't necessarily have to be someone that went to business school or understands it more, because I didn't go to any business school. I started as a lay person, and gradually I started learning more about whatever it is that I'm doing. So to me, you have to be in total control of yourself and the abilities of the things that you can do. The trust that I said, you have to trust in your instincts to take a risk, to take decisions, to make decisions, to control your business, to stay on top of everything. As an entrepreneur, we take risks most of the time, huge risks. Sometimes there are things that we would never think we can actually make something out of it. To me, every single decision I take about my business that doesn't scare me, I don't even do it. It has to keep me awake for like a day or 1 week before I could say, okay, yes, I want to do this, because I know that something that challenges me this much, I can actually achieve something, because I've done it over and over and over again, and I've seen the results. Almost every time is a success. So briefly, an entrepreneur needs to be somebody who is ready to lose and to win, who has the patience to wait for things to materialize, who has the capacity to take decisions on their own without asking anybody, oh, do you think, should I, will I? Yes, we all sit down and talk about, oh, how do you think I should do this? How do you think I should do this? But to me, an entrepreneur truly would just sit down there and listen to you. But that doesn't necessarily mean that that's what they want to take. They could just hear your point of view, but they already have their mindset to do the exact things that they need to do. Well, it's like having an artist. Usually artists are crazy. They always have their own way of thinking and all. So you just have to be on top of everything. Ability to take a risk. You know that you can fail, and then when you fail, you're not going to stay there. You're going to come back up and then still make sure that, oh, I achieved something out of this failure. I failed many times. I did many businesses before reaching to a point where, okay, I found something that I really relate to. So it doesn't matter when people say, oh, I started with selling this, now I want to do this, and people keep saying, oh, you always have business ideas. Yes, if you don't have a lot of business ideas, you might never understand what is truly yours and what you're supposed to achieve. Ability to have a vision. As an entrepreneur, what I do as an interior designer, every single time I walk into a space and I don't have a vision of how the space is going to look like, I don't really want to do the job. Because for me, walking into a space, that's what, from the first lesson I had in my interior designing school in Dubai, is the moment you walk in to a space as an interior designer, you should exactly know the placements. This is where this is supposed to be placed. And after it's done, you've already seen it, so no other person can see it other than you. So it goes in every other business. If somebody brings to me a proposal, I just look at it and I see, what is the vision? I envision from today till next year, how much am I going to make? And if I'm making this money, how much am I going to remove for savings? What is the profit? What is this? What is that? So you have to have a vision, and only you can see beyond what any other person can see. And vision, ability to plan, ability to learn, ability to know the skill. For me, every single business I'm about to enter, even if it has nothing to do with me, I have to learn. I learned carpentry, I learned interior design, I learned cooking, I learned being a farmer. You have to learn exactly what you're into, so that when people are seated and they're having a meeting, now there's no carpenter that will sit in front of me and tell me, oh, madam, we need 10 boards to make a bed. I already know the exact number of boards, so it gives you control. whenever you're in a meeting and then your staff knows that, oh, this person actually understands this. It's a different ball game entirely. They cannot cheat you on materials. They can cheat you on other things. Obviously, you get cheated on every single day in business, especially in the environment we're in. But it is always very important for you to learn exactly what you're doing. If you're making turaranguta, know the content. If you're making onwaiki or something, any single thing. Now, I took it upon myself to know I'm not even a keen person with cooking, but when I opened a restaurant, I wanted to know everything. Every single thing on the menu, I can cook it in my sleep, because I made sure I learned every single thing. So when they give me back a pot in the night, I say to them, this pot, you produce this and you're supposed to give me 30K, and you're giving me 28,000. Where is my 2,000 naira? So it changes the direction of business when you understand exactly what you're doing. Planning is to wake up in the morning. Usually most entrepreneurs don't have a plan. We wake up and we're going. But when you get deep into it, you have to plan every single step, so that every step affects the next step. The next one affects the next step. It's like in interior design. If you have a room with different colors, you need to know this color affects this color this way. What mood would this color give me? So it's this, you just need to understand every single thing you're doing. Every single thing. What is next? Ability to be a leader. We're born leaders, entrepreneurs, as far as I'm concerned. You can't work under someone, nor can you be a boss. Because I've never seen myself as a boss. I am somebody who likes to carry people along. A leader is somebody who has the ability to bring people, very intelligent people, together in one room so that they can achieve something amazing. So as an entrepreneur and somebody that wants to really be a great entrepreneur, you have to have that ability to sit on a table where every single person doesn't like each other, but you have the ability to bring them to one place so that you guys achieve something, and every single one of you goes home with something on their table. So ability to be a great leader helps a lot. If you're not a great leader, you just keep changing businesses. You think, oh, people are trying to cheat you. Sometimes I sit and I watch them go through a phase where they want to do things, but then sometimes I just ignore, because as a leader you have to have the ability of patience and understanding, and you're just like a mother, bringing everybody in one place, understand them, tell them when they're wrong, tell them when they're right, appreciate them when they do good, and then always teach them to say, oh, I have done something wrong and I need to change from this phase to this phase. Always make them see that, oh, we are not just building this company for me, but for every other person around. So quickly, I'll talk about innovation, analysis, how to analyze an opportunity, and how to supervise and control every other thing. I'll just mix all of them together in one place because it's the same thing. Analyzing a project. When you as an entrepreneur walks into a space and then people tell you, okay, so this is the opportunity. It's not every opportunity that you take. There are opportunities that are not good enough. There are opportunities but that's when you've reached a point where you can actually sit down and analyze. When I started, there was no analysis. I just wanted to get anything and everything that comes my way, because you need to prove yourself to reach a point where you have 10 different projects at hand, and then you need to sort out. If you take a lot of people say, oh, Lele likes to select jobs. I don't select jobs. I rather do a job of 500K than do 500 million. Sometimes, because taking something that you can't finish, it's damaging to your company and your reputation. So some people just take things and then we say, oh, we're Nigerians, I don't have to finish on time. But that's not being a good business person. Quality, customer care, promises, word of mouth. It's very important as an entrepreneur, somebody who wants to build a career in being a successful business owner. You have to keep to your words. You have to be able to give them exactly what you said you're going to give them. So if you think you cannot do those kind of things, there's no point taking such opportunities. You have to look for, stay within what you can produce. A lot of people say, oh, you don't do a lot of adverts. I tell them, when I do a lot of adverts and I get a lot of orders that I cannot finish, I wouldn't really want to. I will not sleep, because that's not the kind of person I am. So analyze opportunities. Not everyone is good enough. Not every opportunity is bad. Not every opportunity is good. So analyze and pick the ones. Have the ability to see, okay, this is the one I want. This is the one that I think I can't do. Then you apologize in a very cordial way to tell people that you can't do. Supervision and control. That's when you're into production or anything that you're doing. You, as the owner of the company, you have to be on top of it. You have to supervise. Sometimes we get tired, but you cannot allow somebody to say, okay, let me just be the one to supervise me. I'm just the CEO. I'll just stay at home. That is killing what you've worked for a very, very long time. So you have to understand this. No matter how big you are, no matter how successful you are, you have to check. Do not rely on people, project managers. Let's just swing it, go. I have been to my factory in the middle of the night. Sometimes I go around 2, I go around 3. There was a time I traveled and I came back. This is a first-hand experience. I drove straight to the factory. Nobody knew I was coming. I went there and I found a pickup in front of the factory picking wood. They were picking out wood, replacing with Nigerian wood. I buy my wood from Turkey. So they go in, the carpenters go in, because they know I'm not around, to pack wood that we bought from Turkey to replace them with the ones in Nigeria. So how will I know? Because they're piled up. They could just put them in the middle. So you never know. And then at the end of the day, you produce something and you see it, you'll be looking at the wood. I didn't buy this. But if you don't keep going and checking and checking and checking and checking and checking again, you just end up, everybody would think, oh, this person is not serious. So you have to check, be on top of it. And if you find anybody that does something that you don't like, just eliminate them. Send them home. So I think this is all I could say for now on being an entrepreneur. Don't compromise on quality. Learn. The most important thing is to learn the whole business. Be patient, be kind, be truthful, be straightforward, and always, always, always pray. Because you can't be anything without God.